purpose of the REACH Alliance is to shed light on, I think, some of the most important questions and some of the most enduring challenges that we face in the world today. We have, as a global community, committed to ensuring that no one is left behind. And that axiom is something we take very seriously at REACH. That means no one, not fewer, not less, but no one is left behind. And so that means reaching those who are the hardest to reach, those who are the poorest of the poor, those who are administratively invisible, and so on. This is a massive challenge, but it's the challenge that the world has posed to us. And as a university, we are really in a great position to be conducting the kind of research that's going to inform policy. We have the kinds of partnerships across the public sector, the private sector, the NGO sector, in which we can actually implement some of these strategies. And frankly, the greatest talent, the next generation of global leaders, those who are really committed to answering these questions and rising to these challenges, are our students. And they're in our classrooms right now. So it's a perfect confluence of an extraordinary challenge and an extremely pressing time, and universities being right there to meet those challenges.
10 years ago, we started with just one university and 2 case study projects. Now we have over 400 researchers and alumni around the world working in the public sector, private sector, civil society, the academy, and they've worked on over 100 different case study projects in more than 35 countries around the world, covering all 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals. It's this unique collaboration across sectors, across disciplines, that allows them to contribute in a meaningful way and really bring that story from the front line to decision makers, to thought leaders.
Our first project took place 10 years ago in 2015, and we were looking at a cash transfer program in Brazil. And I brought with me 5 students who just did incredible work while we were in Brazil, interviewing people in some of the Brazilian favelas, working in the countryside, and so on. And the night before we left, the consulate there sent me an email and said, "Would you share your research findings with us, Professor Wong?" And I said that I'd come to the consulate, but I wasn't going to share the research findings. The students would share the research findings because it's their research. They owned it. It was their material. It was their insights. And the consulate, reluctantly agreed. I shared that with the students. They kind of, got nervous, freaked out a little bit. But we worked all night. And the next day they went to the consulate and they shared their findings, and they absolutely hit it out of the park. And for me, I took away 2 things. One was, this is extremely important research. We're asking questions that no one else is asking, and we're providing answers that no one else is providing. That's the first thing. The second is that the only constraint that we put on what students are able to do or young people are able to do are our expectations. If you lift those expectations, they can do world-class research, and they can translate that research into important findings, insights, and things that practitioners can implement.
So Tec de Monterrey was invited to join the REACH Alliance as the first partner. So they were looking for a team at the School of Social Science that wanted to join. And I was working with social development in that time, so I decided to participate in that project. REACH gave me this sense of the importance of higher education, because the way we are building these new leaders, it's so important, and it's a basis, and it's something that the universities owe to society. And I realized this when I began participating in REACH.
Doing research with the community through REACH was absolutely life-changing for me. I learned to listen, not only to the community, but to my teammates. We learned to brainstorm, fail, and then find new ways to succeed. So REACH, the community, my teammates, this whole path just has given me a new, incredibly fresh perspective, incredibly humane perspective that I just put into every piece of work I do now.
I ultimately ended up joining the second ever REACH cohort, where we studied how South Africa had been able to scale its birth registration rate after apartheid. Being part of REACH has really taught me that yes, you need innovation, yes, you need smart policy, often you'll need political will, but first and foremost, you need a sense of curiosity about what's working and a desire to scale those solutions. Ultimately, we know what we need to do. We just need to get those solutions to more people.
My connection with the REACH Alliance really started during the pandemic. We were responsible for vaccinating 31 remote Indigenous communities in Northern Ontario against COVID-19. The REACH is about creating knowledge to reach the hardest to reach. And when I think about us, we are not a research organization, we're an operational entity. So what we want to do is we want to use that knowledge that the REACH Alliance creates to reach the hardest to reach.
As someone that has seen the REACH program become the REACH Alliance, and I've been a huge fan of this initiative for almost 8 of the 10 years, I've seen an enormous transition in how they went from 1 country to 8 countries, how they've been able to enrich the leadership journey. I've seen graduates from more of their 400 people that are alums go into their professional lives and have a clear impact in the fields that they're working in. And mostly I've seen the research go from asking interesting questions to actually focusing on some of the solutions and very practical applied research coming out of the program.
Howard University is the first institutional partner that is US based, and we are just excited. It means so much for us at Howard being an HBCU that as an institution that puts people first, that being a part of this alliance allows us to put the same social impact work at a global scale.
The common interests that we're all trying to serve to make societies better for those who are hardest to reach. Accountability becomes the point of connection on ensuring that implementation and strategies both include and help to innovate solutions for the most marginalized in our state.
When I started as a researcher, a lot of our research was heavily reliant on the desk research and then doing a lot of research with these high-level officials, large NGOs and government, and we gave the feedback that we would like to do better community-based research. And so that's a huge shift that I've seen from 8 years ago to now in terms of how REACH is tackling these global issues. It's become a lot more community-focused as the Alliance grew from just the University of Toronto to this kind of global community of ethically minded researchers. Being part of REACH has really helped me to grow as a leader. It's made me a lot more confident in what I can do. If we had to have a vision for what the next 10 years of REACH could look like, is that there really is that community ownership of all of the universities in the network, of all of the students that are researchers, of all of the alumni who have been part of it, the faculty mentors. And I think that building community is something that doesn't happen very often in this way. And it kind of changes the way we think about these types of research programs and studying at a university. That's what we're really hoping that the future of REACH looks like.
We're in a critical juncture in international development. The needs are getting bigger, the funding is getting smaller, and this is a moment where the World Bank, multilaterals, foundations, corporate philanthropists are asking themselves the same question. What is the right thing to do, and does it work? The REACH Alliance can be essential to answering both questions.
I wish and I hope this project, the REACH Alliance, grows as it should be growing, because this is not only about doing a case study, this is about real impact.
Traditionally, academic research is often done on communities, and what we're doing differently at REACH is that we do work with communities. All of our questions are designed in partnership with local stakeholders. We go to a community and we ask, what is the problem that you're trying to solve? How can we be part of that process, be part of that solution? How can our research help advance your strategic objectives as a community? One of the most exciting transitions I've noticed over the last 10 years is that when we got started, we were doing a lot of the problem identification. We were seeking out these cases that were really interesting to our researchers, problems that we thought should be solved. What's so fascinating now is that governments and policymakers are coming to us. This is the direction that I see REACH going over the next 10 years. Being a broker between community and policymaker and practitioner, helping to close that research to policy gap that we know exists, bringing to bear this interdisciplinary expertise, this global community of practitioners and experts that we have convened over the last 10 years. I think combining that academic rigor with our insight community is really helping move the needle and accelerate change when it comes to reaching those that are hardest to reach.
I think in many ways what REACH has done is it's empowered these young people, it's given them the confidence, the skills, and frankly the audacity to take their work and expect that there's going to be positive change. And I've seen so much evidence of that across the last 10 years that I'm convinced that investing in these young leaders, skilling them up in these ways and exposing them to these kinds of opportunities and lived experiences is going to be critical if we are to ensure that those who have until now been hardest to reach are in fact reached.